Okay, let's pick up right where we left off and finish going over questions 4 and 5 from the check-in that you just completed on Google Forms. So for questions 4 and 5, they both deal with the likelihood of events. So for number 4, by spinning a wheel at a prize booth, a person can win a coupon, a pen, a hat, or nothing. The probability of winning a pen is 16%. Which of the following describes the likelihood of winning a pen? So when you're trying to figure out how likely something is to occur, I want you to think of this scale. So probability runs from 0% all the way up to 100%. So if something has a 0% chance of occurring, we say it's impossible, it's never going to happen. If something has a probability of 100%, then it's certain, it's definitely going to happen. And then in the middle here, 50%, so for example, flipping a coin, the probability that the coin lands on heads or tails is 50%. So we would call that outcome neither unlikely nor likely. So it's just right in the middle. For any probability that falls above 0%, so it's not impossible, it could happen, but below 50%, we say that's unlikely. So if you have a percentage that's below 50%, like 10%, 12%, 20%, we say that's unlikely. Because could it happen? Sure. Is it going to? Most likely not. For a probability that falls above 50% but isn't all the way up here at 100% yet, we say that that probability is likely. So if you have a probability of 75% or 60%, those are events that are most likely going to happen. So for our question here, the probability of winning a pen is 16%. 16% is going to fall right here between 0% and 50%. Could it happen? Sure, so it's not impossible. But is it going to? Probably not, so we would call this unlikely. So you should have gotten unlikely for number 4. For number 5, we're going to reference the same scale. So the probability of randomly selecting a brown dog from 38 dogs in a local animal shelter is 0.50. Which of the following describes the likelihood of selecting a brown dog? Now, the first thing I would do is I would convert that decimal of 5/10 to a percent. So move your decimal point 2 places to the right. That gives you 50%. So 50% is right in the middle of our scale here. It's neither unlikely nor likely. So you should have gotten neither unlikely nor likely for number 5.